So I, like many of you, grew up playing Battlefront. Specifically, Battlefront 2 was my go-to. I mean, every time I see footage of this old school Star Wars shooter, I just get all nostalgic and goosebumpy. It brings me right back to my childhood. And so, of course, a lot of us were really excited when we found out that EA was going to be making new Star Wars games back in the 2015 to 17 era. I don't know what specifically we were all expecting, but I think at the very least it was for them to produce games that were not total garbage. In case you don't remember, the original launch of Battlefront 2 specifically was so terrible that Disney themselves had to get involved and basically tell EA to cut it out because there were so many loot boxes. The game was so freakishly heavily monetized that they just were disgusted by it. It basically constituted gambling. Effectively how it worked was as described in this video from 5 years ago by Total Biscuit. Rest in peace, my friend, we need you more than ever. But he broke down this whole scandal back in 2017. And effectively how it worked was that every major ability for each individual super character, you know, Jedi, Boba Fett, whoever you want to look at, they were tied into boost cards. And these cards were going to be applied to different characters so that you could effectively have a loadout for each of the heroes that you wanted to play with. And that sounds fine at first until you realize that the way you get these cards was by way of loot boxes. And these loot boxes were so incredibly predatory that multiple government agencies, specifically Hawaii and the entire government within Belgium, they came out and said, listen, this is gambling. It's clearly targeted at children. As I said here, the Belgian Minister of Justice, Koengeens, maybe, said, quote, mixing gambling and gaming, especially at a young age, is dangerous for the mental health of the child, end quote. The commission will now reportedly work through the European Union's process to execute a total ban. We've reached out to Belgium's Gaming Commission for more details on its next steps and the legal implications of the ruling. This created such a firestorm that Disney themselves, the ones who own Star Wars, came in and told EA to cut it out. And like we all know, Disney loves money more than anything on this planet. And so for them to come out and say, hey, listen, your monetization's a little aggressive. I mean, you gotta be really screwing up for it to be that bad. But you know what? 5 years has passed since all of that happened. And I've been told by many of you guys over on Luke Stevens Live, our live stream channel where we stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and by many people in the comments that this game has actually seen major improvements and is actually good now. So I figured I would try it for myself. Just for the record, this is available through Game Pass. You'll have to open up EA's launcher, and it is important to know that if you're trying to play this on PC through Game Pass Ultimate, it's a little tricky to get the game installed because the EA launcher is actually just totally broken, but I'm gonna show you a little trick. So what you do to install Battlefront 2 is you go to Game Pass Ultimate, the app on PC, you search for it, it'll pop up here, Battlefront 2, you go here, and then you're gonna click install. When you do that, it will install the EA launcher. When you click download for the game, it gives you this. Now, very few people actually keep their games on the same drive as like their OS nowadays, especially like if you start to really build out your PC, you probably have a second drive that you keep games on separate from everything else. And that's how I do it. All of my games I've installed on an M.2 SSD so that people can't accuse me of having like a bad hard drive or something when I criticize load times and things. However, you'll notice if I click change, this is the prompt that you get. It's just a blank thing. There's no buttons here. There's nothing you can do. It's just blank with an empty folder field, and it doesn't work. If you hit select, it just reselects the same one it was in. So how do you fix it? Well, what I did is I built out a folder called EA within my games drive, which is the F drive. And if I pull up properties to that folder, you can see that it's in location F:/. So all you have to do is hit change, and then in here you have to do capital F:/, and then in this case, the name of the folder, EA, /, hit enter, and then you see it works just fine, and then you can install to that folder. It's amazing that they haven't fixed this. This is like a pretty big problem to have in your official EA launcher, but it's a problem not just with Battlefront 2, but even when I did that video on Anthem, I had to do this same thing in order to play Anthem through the EA launcher. So little hack for you in case you wanted to go and give this game a shot yourself. That's what you got to do. It's pretty stupid. Okay, but with all of that said, what is the game actually like? Well, from the moment that we boot into the game, this is what we're greeted with. A very nice home screen that actually looks pretty decent. We of course have quick match. We have play heroes versus villains where you can just play as the Jedi or the Sith or whichever super character you want to play as. So you don't have to bother with playing as the underlings or anything. So that's kind of cool. We have Dead Man Walking, which is basically one of their events that they challenge you with each day. And then each week they also have challenges. Pretty normal for live service. And you see, I also have unopened crates. Yes, crates are still a thing. If we open these up, we have Legion Starter Bundle and Premier crates. Let me be completely clear. I have not paid anything. I did not buy this game. This is the version included for free through Game Pass. So presumably this is what everybody will start with. But if we open it up, what do we actually get? Well, we hit open. Okay. Oh man, I did not miss loot boxes. I did not miss it. So this game is one of the main reasons. This and Shadow of War are the reasons why loot boxes and loot crates are not as prevalent in the industry now as they were 5 years ago. Now, instead, most games that are live service try to give you like season passes and things like that to get your money. I prefer that because it's at least a little less aggressive. This, however, is just one of the most toxic monetization schemes I think you could possibly come up with. I mean, it's pretty horrifying. If I click reveal, I have to individually do this. So it's an appearance, I would assume like on a loading screen or something. Okay, I don't care. I go over here, another appearance, just facing the wrong way. Okay, a heavy appearance. Are these supposed to be skins or poses? I don't Okay, and specialist appearance. So they're all appearances, all cosmetics. Okay. And I also got 50,000 credits, whatever that means. I don't know what you use credits for. But okay, I'll open this one. And it's one thing. And it's just 50,000 credits. Okay, well, I mean, they told me what I was gonna get, so there we go. What do we buy with credits though? Well, if I go over to collection, let's see here. So we've got all the heroes available to us, all this stuff. If we go heavy, you see we have skill points that we can then assign. So unique abilities, every character and starfighter always has 3 abilities that are unique to them. Press ability details to read about them. Okay, close that. So we have these cards that are still present. Those weren't taken out. That's still here. Oh, dude, I forgot. They called them star cards. What a terrible name. Okay, let's see what star cards we can get. Okay, so we've got boost cards, ability cards. Oh man. So this says skill points are class specific and received each time you gain enough XP to gain a level. Okay, so you can unlock these as you gain levels in each respective class of character. Okay. And you can see it actually has a marked improvement on the character's abilities. So if you're playing as a heavy character, using something like the Brawler card, star card, whatever, will actually allow you to increase stats that will have a marked impact on gameplay. This is one of the reasons why people got so upset back in 2017, because if you bought more of those loot crates, you would get more of these cards, and these cards have a marked improvement in gameplay. So it's pay to win. But okay, let's unlock one of these. Cost is 1. I have 3 skill points because I did a practice round before this. Okay, so I have that. Equip. Okay, I go down here. Improved combat shield, impact grenade. Let's unlock that. Nice. You gotta love the flashy animations. It's like one of the staples of this. Oh, and you can upgrade it with skill points. Okay, so I can upgrade this to that green level and it will increase health. Or I can upgrade this, it'll increase the damage, blast radius. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I will then, let's also just go over here, Defender. I'll unlock this so I have 3 cards. And then if we back out, we have all 3 cards equipped. Make sense? Okay, I'm figuring it out. And then this is where appearances come out, where I can actually select what they actually look like. So Galactic Empire, I can change this, and I can tweak the individual look, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna go jungle, resistance. Let's go. Ooh, I like him. Let's do that. Rebel Alliance, I can tweak all of this. More aliens, they just kind of look the same. Okay, we'll do that. Galactic Republic, lots of options here. Goodness gracious. Oh, they're all just kind of different coats of paint. That's okay though, that's okay. I mean, they're cosmetics. I'm okay with cosmetics, we'll do that. Okay, interesting. What I'm confused, so are they saying I've unlocked, like they've just given me access to all of the cosmetics? Is that really what this is? They just unlocked it for everybody? No way, right? Is that actually what happened? They just unlocked it for everybody because they were like, sorry for kind of trying to take your money in a really aggressive way? Huh, okay. Can we customize the looks of heroes and villains? Yes, we can. Oh, that's badass. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, I'll keep that. Interesting. So I guess I just assumed that, okay, we haven't unlocked this one through milestones. So there are still some unlocks to get, but I guess I just assumed that they would keep whatever they could monetize, in this case, appearances and cosmetics and stuff. But apparently, no, like those are open. Okay, interesting. But okay, let's actually try a actual segment of the game. So if we go to play, we have multiplayer, we have co-op and single player. For those of you who don't remember, there is a single player mode in this game that's actually relatively well received and reviewed. I don't know if you guys want me to do like a critique or a breakdown of that, let me know. I would definitely do it if you guys were interested. And then we have co-op missions where we can join a squad of up to 4 players attacking AI opponents. This is for playing with your friends. I don't have any friends, so we're gonna do multiplayer. Within here we have supremacy, heroes and villains, or other options. I mean, let's start out with heroes and villains. Let's see what that's like. So starfighters, hero showdown, heroes versus villains. Oh man, let's start with just regular heroes versus villains and go from there. So while we're loading in, I feel like I should stress and just let you know, I did try to film this video actually like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago when I had a 4K monitor hooked up to this gaming PC and it didn't work out too well. Basically, the in-game support for 4K and also HDR is just totally broken. We have to play as Yoda, right? I mean, we've got to. But basically, when you try to boot up with a 4K monitor that supports HDR, but you're not running Windows in HDR, the whole game breaks and looks horrible and you can't play it. So I swapped out monitors for the 1440p monitor I've used for ages, and the game is working great. So props. If I got Windows G as well, and I pin this, I can also show you my performance stats. I can't see anything that's going on. Oh my God, okay. But right there, you can see our performance stats at 1440p. We have pretty much all of the fidelity cranked out the wazoo, and we're floating over 100 frames a second. So, you know what? I'm perfectly fine with those performance numbers, especially considering that this game still looks pretty good for being 5 years old. Get over here, oldie. I've grown incredibly. I'm little. Okay, I suck at this, dude. I think these are actual, yeah, Sauron, that's gotta be a real player. I think these are all real players. When I did a test match earlier, it was just like general combat multiplayer stuff, and I didn't think that they were real players. They looked to be bots, which, I mean, I can't really blame them for. What are my abilities? I should probably find out what my abilities are before I try to do this. What actually are my abilities? View abilities. Okay. Unleash, force, confront a damaging, pushing enemies back. Okay. Presence, instantly heals himself and his allies, and dash attack. Okay. Or this one, Anakin, pull, heroic might, passionate strike. Oh, gross. Okay. Well, I guess it forced us to spawn. Okay. But I mean, if they're really pulling in pretty solid player numbers this far after launch, that's pretty impressive. I did it. I killed one. Oh, that felt good. Princess Leia. How's Princess Leia? Let's see. Let's see how she is. She has her blaster. Blaster. Let's go boom boom. Where they be at? Oh, there's Maul. Sucks to suck, dude. Lol. Oh, God. Oops. Got him. Okay. Oh, get behind cover. Oh, God. Oh, God. What was that? Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that, but quick instant replay, Jacob, Mr. Editor Man, to show the kill card of the guy that killed me. You'll see the cards that he had equipped listed there, and you can see that he's fully upgraded them to purple. And so whoever this is playing this game a lot and has fully upgraded their star cards and really made the most of it, which, I mean, I guess you'd expect to see if somebody's still playing this game 5 years after launch. Like, I'll be real, it kind of complicates it because you never really know if you are like getting curb stomped because you just suck, which is most likely what this is for me, or if it's that they have their characters so carefully tweaked that you just don't even really stand a chance. But okay, let's try just a quick match to see what regular multiplayer actually looks like when we're trying to just enjoy the game casually and we're not looking to do just hero stuff. Okay, it pairs us with a match, it looks like already in progress on Geonosis. Okay, optimizing shaders, we're loading in. Like, honestly, for a game that's 5 years old, it's not bad. I do think that the likelihood is very high that we are going into a match that uses a lot of bots. Yeah, like, look at this. So we've got 2 players on my team, including me, 1 player on the other team. We'll see if it fills out any, but I'm not so sure if it will. Let's see. Players needed 17. I guess we'll just chill here for a minute. Time lapse, Jacob. Okay, we've been chilling for over 5 minutes because it took me a second to start the stopwatch. So 5 minutes, I'm gonna back out because that's not really quick start worthy. So we'll pull out. Let's see, and try quick match again, I suppose. Let's see how this goes. I swear to God, if it's the same lobby. It's the same lobby. It's the same freaking lobby. Oh no. Okay, what else there? I mean, maybe the like dog fight, maybe those are better. I don't know, but that's quick match. That should be the fastest. But let's try this. Supremacy maybe. Okay, then there's more options. I think if we go into any of these, it's just gonna be extremely difficult to find matches. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'll be surprised. But if quick play was 5 minutes long and we made like 1 player progress, I don't know how this is going to be any better. Oh, it found something. Let's see. It's probably going to be the same exact match, isn't it? The same lobby. I'm guessing it probably is. Oh man, did I just get like super lucky when I was testing the game earlier? Is this honestly just how it is? No, this is better. This is better. There are actual players in here. Okay, so I'll select this guy, start as 35 seconds. Okay, so maybe the quick play is just broken and you have to like go in and search for specific matches. I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, I guess we'll see what the ping is like, what the lag is like, because it's possible these are like all players from Russia or something, and I'm gonna have 5-second pings, but I guess we're gonna find out.
Our separatists plan to make themselves all cozy on
Okay.
Yeah. We identified some weak points on that separatist cruiser.
It's a worrisome start.
And there's one thing we love.
Huh. Okay, I guess we'll try it again. Let's try booting up again. We'll see if that works. Okay, maybe this time. I'm hopeful. Okay. Nope, back to players needed 14. So this, I think, is the original lobby that the quick play we tried to join into was throwing us into. So I'm gonna back out, and then I'm gonna go back the same route I did where I look for a specific match. It was multiplayer, supremacy, Age of the Republic, and then I searched for that, and it found a match with a fresh lobby full of players. So let's see if this works, because I mean, it might just be that quick play is broken, and that's like the secret strategy you have to have when playing Battlefront 2. Let's see. Default. Hey, we're in, and it's a full lobby. Oh, this has been going on a while though. Look, this match is at 89, 93%. But I'll be real, like, I'm not usually into third-person shooters. I don't like the feel of them. But I gotta hand it to him. This actually feels pretty solid. Performance is good, not great. Dude, he just I saw that laser from a mile away, and he just sprinted straight into it. I think that was a bot. That might have been a bot. Who knows? So, like, I'll be real. Thus far, I'm actually having a decent time. I could see how popping into this with friends, especially if they all have Game Pass and you just want to do something fun and different, you're sick of Overwatch and Warzone, I could see how this is a great option. But I can really see how this could appeal to the masses. I mean, I get it. General Grievous, he's here. Oh no, where is he gonna be? Oh, what is that? That's cool. Did we lose? I think we lost. Bummer. Okay, no, they're flying up to it. Okay. Okay. GG's. Oh, that is the end of it.
Now, we can't let a bunch of clankers destroy our ship, can we?
Okay. I'm so confused. What's happening? Is it like an all new phase? Yeah, new objective. Okay. You know, to a large extent, I was expecting to go back and play this and like possibly enjoy it and then be like, oh, that's cool. I'm really glad to see that. But instead, it kind of leaves me feeling mildly depressed, I think, because this is what the game should have been from the start. All it was corporate greed that kept it from living up to its full potential at the start. It didn't have to start like this. It didn't have to take 5 years for it to become playable. Like that was the choice of corporate managers who didn't know what they were doing. It's just such a bummer because if this game were given the chance to be good, I think it actually could have really excelled. But instead, it's just so not what it needs to be. Jeez, these snipers are crazy. You know, like just imagine what this game could have been like if from the very beginning it were like this. Like they would have printed money, people would have been all about it, but instead they had to build the entire thing from the ground up around star cards that they were gonna sell you in packs that are basically just repackaged like gambling trading cards. Like it's insane. This guy's lagging like crazy. Dude, it's bad. But now the problem is that you can't save a game like this. The damage has been done because the players have left. So now you can sort of enjoy the game if you are able to put up with 5-minute lobby pairing times or possibly even more than that and really struggling to find matchmaking. Like it's unfortunate, but that's just what happens when you take a game and you don't make it good in the first place and then you try to fix it on the back end. What this also reminds me of is just how much potential the Star Wars franchise has and how little that potential has been capitalized on by the absolute travesties that EA has put out thus far. Like, it's honestly hilarious that they've had access to the Star Wars franchise for years at this point and have never managed to put something together that's even half decent, which is just amazing. And we know that this is one of the big priorities for EA in the next few years, is to try and find a way to basically just make Star Wars not a total waste of space on their catalog. And I hope they figure it out, you know, with Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Fallen Survivor, whatever they're going to call it. That one by Respawn, I'm sure is going to be great. You know, in a lot of ways, they wouldn't even have to reinvent the wheel or do anything that crazy. They would just have to do what this game is basically now in terms of form and structure, but put it out like that on day one. And like, not monetize the ever-living crap out of it to the point where nobody wants to touch it, and where Disney is like, hey guys, you guys are being a little greedy. Like, that's all they have to do. I know that might be easier said than done, but I mean, I cannot imagine that the investment they put into Star Wars Battlefront 2 paid off after that feedback. Like, surely they lost money on this. Surely, unless they happen to make money on it and we all are just like horribly mistaken. I don't know. But you know what? The last thing for us to try are these dog fights. Let's actually give those a shot. More Galactic Assault, Starfighter Assault. That's what we want. Let's see how long it takes us to find a match in this. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer. Start. Okay, we'll see how long this takes.
Hey everybody, it's Editor Jacob here. I couldn't find another funny song, so here's a fart with some reverb on it.
Oh, it thinks it found a match. That's 45 seconds. That's not terrible. Let's see if it's actually full or if we have to like wait another. Let's do a fighter. If we have to wait another bit. No, it's a full match already in progress. Okay. Interesting. So I think the answer is that quick play is just broken. And if you want to play matches, you have to go seek them out yourself, which isn't a big deal, but it is pretty stupid that quick play doesn't work. Oh man. Yeah, like I said, this brings me back to my childhood. When this game is working well, it's a nostalgia trip and it's great. Unfortunately, sometimes it's a little clunky with some crashes and some buggy boos, like when we tried to play it in 4K. And then other times, matchmaking is just atrocious. But I mean, to be real, when it's working, it does feel pretty good. Who knows if they'll try to do a Battlefront 3 and they'll try to figure it out, you know, third time's the charm. I don't know. I hope they do and they don't make the same mistakes as they made here, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Oh, I got another one. Sucks to suck. But you know what? Responding to the original comment, is the game good now? I would say it's playable. I would say I'm having fun playing it, and I could see how going through this with friends, maybe in co-op, could be a lot of fun and could be a blast. I do think there are still some major issues. You can definitely still tell that this game was designed around the star cards and the loot crates that they were gonna sell you for exorbitant sums of money. But like when the game is actually working, it's a good time. However, some things cannot just be patched out. And the thing you can't patch into a game are players. And if players are not that interested in the game because it's considered dead because you basically drove it into the ground at launch, then there's very few things you can actually do to win players over, especially when your game is an online multiplayer game. It's only fun when there are other players to play it. It's not like Cyberpunk where it's like, yeah, you can play it if literally no one on earth is playing it at that moment. You can play it and still get the game out of it. Whereas this game is entirely dependent on that, if you set aside like the single player that they have. But I'll be real, I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how well it works. Not at 4K though. Like if you're trying to play at 4K, you're gonna have a bad time. But here's to hoping that EA figures it out and next time around they just do this from the start instead of screwing it up so royally and having to get here after years and years of patches. But that's gonna do it for me. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, the like button actually does help. I know it might just seem like something every YouTuber says, but it actually does have a marked difference and improvement on the video, so it actually does help, so thank you for that. And of course, subscribe, and if you would like me to do a video like this on another video game that you think should be given a second chance, let me know in the comment section below the like button. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday over on Luke Stevens Live here on YouTube. Again, links in the link tree below. Come hang out with us. I'm probably live at the very moment that this video goes up, so come by, say hi. I would love to see you. But with that, I'll talk to you in the next one. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.